Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Shar. I'm an empty nester of three amazing children who live on their own, and I work with just a single income, and I live here in the Midwest. But in today's video, I'm going to share my updated debt numbers and reveal my starting balances for my debt for October. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, guys. So at the very beginning of September, going into September, my starting balance for my debt was $251,951.48. This also, a good chunk of this is my mortgage. And then the second good chunk is student loans. But right now, my focus is to pay off credit cards, and then I owe 2 years of back taxes, so I need to get that paid off, and then I'm going to focus on my student loans. So let's go ahead and see what my numbers are for September. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to have to turn the paper. So for Quicksilver, we started with $975.55, and that is what we paid. I thought we would get some interest. We did not get charged interest. So the ending balance is 0. For Fed tax year 2023, we started with $2,147.28. We paid $855.88. Our ending balance is $1,306.66. We did not make a payment to tax loan 2024. Tax loan. Back taxes owed because they didn't loan me no money. But we did accumulate $24.14 in interest, which now makes our balance $2,954.10. I had a Mohila number 1, but that was paid off in August. So now Mohila number 2, no payment. All of these are going to be no payment. But we did accumulate $6.80 in interest, and that was $1,236.34 is our new balance. Mohila number 3, we accumulated $7.44 in interest. So our new balance is $1,388.42. Excuse me. Mohila number 4 was $17.21 in interest. And we have $4,488.18. Mohila number 5 was $21.68 in interest. And so our balance is $4,931.34. Mohila number 6 was no interest. So we're still at $5,543.14. The same with Mohila number 7, no interest. So we're at $6,031.10. Nope, that is not correct. Hold, please. Okay, so I had to verify that that was correct. So it should be 36, not 31. No interest, no payment. Okay, so Mohila number 8, no payment. And this interest is outrageous. Yes, I know. Yes, I have a plan. It is just not happening right now for me to pay it, but it will get paid on starting in 2026. Mohila number 8. So we're at 3881, which leaves us at $10,144.25. Mohila number 9, 0. And then our interest was $43.77. So that leaves us at $11,414.18. Mohila number 10, 0 payment, and $68.23 in interest, which now leaves us at $21,949.16. Navient number 1, no payment, $19.33 in interest. So our new balance is $3,707.04. Navient number 2, no payment, no interest. So we're still at $6,954.33. Navient number 3, no payment and no interest. So we're still at $7,474.56. And then our last student loan is Navient number 4. So we have no payment. Interest was $51.94. So this now makes it at $10,169.87. Our Discover credit card. If you are new here, this was a card that I got in August because my homeowner's insurance required me to get a new roof. Of course, I did not have $9,000 sitting around. So I got this Discover card interest-free for 18 months to put the roof on. And so I am going to make payments. So once these 2 back taxes are paid, this Discover card will be my focus. And then we're going to go do our student loans. I do believe, or I'll talk about that here in a second. So Discover, we paid $200. Of course, like I said, no interest. So now our balance is $8,938.85. And then our mortgage, I made a total payment of $1,430. So let me see if I can do some math real quick, because I can't remember. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm back. So interest for my loan was my home was $753.27, which makes my new balance $141.48.29. All right, guys. So I never really showed this part, or I've never shown this part on when I do my debt update. But like, this is the I can never say the word, amortization sheet that you get when you buy a home. And so it tells you, like, if you make your March 1st, 2026 payment, this is how much your payment is. This is your principal, your interest, your ending balance, if you have PMI and all of that good jazz, right? But I just made my payment for October, and my ending balance is, so if we look here, and I've labeled it. So September 1st, this is where I ended, right? My ending balance was $141,733.07. So it's kind of like in between here, right? But this date says February 1st, 2026. So if I would have just paid my normal mortgage payments, I wouldn't be at this section until February. What was that? 4 months from now? But I paid that in September. So now here we are, February 1st, October 1st, and I am at $141,448.29. And I feel like this may not highlight correctly. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to be just in between these two, between the 460 and the 293. So I'm going to highlight. This also visually helps me see the progress that I'm making on my mortgage, even though it's not a large amount. So I'm going to put 10/1/25, because technically I'm not even supposed to be here at this section until April. And then I write my ending balance, so I know that I'm in between these two. And it's 141,448.29. And if I wanted to see what the difference was, I started with $141,733.07 minus $141,448.29. So that's how much extra, or not how much extra. That's what I paid towards my principal. But if you look here, even in April, I would have only been paying $165.84 to my principal. So is that $118.94? More than what I should have been paying, but I'm still months and months ahead. So that's awesome. So I will try and remind myself to show you guys that each month. I had to cover that part up because I have my personal information right there. Okay, so now let's go back. We need to tally. We need to total our ending balance. And I ended up getting this sheet off Canva, and I tweaked some stuff because I wanted to know my total starting balance, my total ending balance. I wanted to know the total amount I paid for payments, and then I want to know the total amount I paid towards interest. So let's add up real quick. So the total amount that we paid in payments, no, that was not the amount. Hold on. Yes, no. 200, 855, 88, 975. Girl. Okay, so the total amount that we paid in payments total was $3,461.43. Okay, so the total amount in interest is an astronomical number, I'm sure. Okay, so the total amount for interest was $1,502.62. So now our ending debt balance total, which is where we're starting for October. Okay, so our ending total balance is $250,084.81. So if I subtract that from our starting balance, we paid off a total of maybe I'll add that section, paid off $1,866.67. That's what we paid off. If I go back and look at my September, I think my total debt was like a little over $1,600 and some change that I paid towards debt. But that amount does not factor in the extra mortgage payment that, like the extra amount I pay towards my principal for my mortgage is factored in as though it's my mortgage. So that doesn't account for what I said my total debt was that I paid in September. That doesn't factor in, which is why that's 1866 right there. So I've got to say that I'm absolutely proud of myself. So, and that's just the end of September. So if I can still pay over $1,600 in for debt, then that tax should be paid off. 2023 should be paid off. And then I should be working on 2024. And if the momentum continues, if I can pay another $1,600 in November, we're going to be over halfway done with that one. So come December, like my plan is to have these paid off. I can see that happening if we can continue paying the $1,600 each month. So let's just say we were paying $1,680 each month. Was that right? Let's go back and look, because I don't know that that was right. Where's my monthly at? Okay. Oh, yes. So in my monthly, just for the credit card and the back tax, I paid $1,680. That's correct. So if I can do that for October and November and December, then that's going to be $5,040. Yay. Okay. That's awesome. Because then that's going to take, let me do some math. And it's not factoring in interest, but I don't know, say interest is, say $25. So that's 75. I don't know. So that's an extra 700 and something bucks. And that's going to go right to here. And so that will give us close to 8,000 ending 2025 with. And then I'm very confident, or I'm hoping I'm very confident, in that we can pull off the 8,000 in 2026. So, all right, guys, that is all that I have for you today. It was a very quick video. I thank you for tuning in, liking, commenting, and subscribing. We are at 440-ish subscribers, I do believe. And I'll leave my link to my, I think you call it Ko-fi shop, in the description box. I also made a post. I created 3 little savings challenges, one for Thanksgiving, one for New Year's, one for Christmas, um, as a thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, interacting, engaging, all the tips and tricks and suggestions, all of the encouragement, all of that. And it's free. So I will leave that in the description box. But until then, hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.